I grew up with we always had, we were very privileged and blessed growing up in my family, but my parents didn't really teach us how to manage money. And I definitely didn't know what God wanted us to do with money. And so it just was kind of there, and you just used it, and you hope you had enough at the end, and that's just kind of how we worked it. And so I saw my parents go through that and have issues throughout their lives, and still making a lot of money, but then just not making ends meet and things like that. And so when I graduated and got a good job and started making money, I just operated in the same way. I just thought, oh, this is what you do. You know, you get credit cards and you get a car loan, and you just do those things. And so it was tough, but I was making very good money, and so it didn't seem to be a problem. Everything always kind of matched.
I came from, raised in the Baptist church, and I tithed, 10% from babysitting up to when I got my first job. And so, and then when I was on my own, I kind of got out of it. And so it wasn't until Jeff and I met and we started just living probably above our means, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and really what happened is I went out on my own. I left a job that paid me really well and went out and did an entrepreneurial thing and invested a lot of money into it. And instead of scaling back how we lived when we were making consistent income, we just kept living that way. And so when the money wasn't coming in, we kept going out. And so that was the problem, is that we just weren't paying attention to, this is not my money. God has given this to us to be good stewards and to do something with it here on earth. And it doesn't matter how big my house is or how many toys I have or clothes I wear, or any of that stuff. It just did not matter once I finally realized that.
It was a heart change.
It was, and it just absolutely changed our heart. And we committed right there that we were going to start to tithe, even though it did not work in the budget at the time. It literally, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a total nerd. And I love doing the budget. It's my favorite time of month.
I'm the free spirit.
Yeah, exactly. So our budget meeting is our favorite time of the month, my favorite time. So, but I'm doing it, and I'm like, this does not fit. Like, I'm a math guy, right? Like 10%, that doesn't fit. But we just did it. And we said, God's going to provide. And man, did he ever. The awakening call, when the Holy Spirit started to stir up in us and said, we've put you here for a purpose, and we provided you these resources, not for just your pleasure, but for furthering my kingdom. And that was just kind of resonated with me over and over and over again. This is not your money. This is a steward. You're a steward of my money, and this is how you should use it. So we took that to heart, and as soon as I realized what the problem was, man, I got pissed. I got so pissed when I saw that $107,000 number of it just made me mad, because, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. There's many smarter people than me. Like 3 or 4, but it literally just made me mad. I'm like, I'm too smart to be in this kind of a mess. And it was a mess. We get together and we talk about next month's budget. And we just say, this is the money we got coming in, and this is where it's going, and this is how we're going to pay down this debt and all those things. So that's what we did for 2 years to pay off $107,000. And it was really, really cool. And what was amazing about it was the Lord just kept on blessing us. There's nothing like, I hear people say all the time, you can't outgive God. And I've just seen that not only in this situation, but in others. But literally when we would step out and we're like, well, we can't afford a compassion kit. It doesn't work in the budget. No, we're going to do it. We're going to be obedient. And he literally would just give with both hands.
It's been freeing.
Yeah.
Since we've been out of debt, to just let it go and feel freedom for the first time, to be able to say, to help that person down the street, or to just give until it hurts, and it's still uncomfortable, and but here we are, and it just is an amazing feeling.